All right, welcome everyone. Milan Club SoCal, our weekly podcast. Um, we only have one game to really go over. It was the game against. Oh my God, why am I forgetting it? Frosinone. That's how memorable it was. Um, anyway, not much to really discuss. I know next week on the next pod we'll preview the big game um, against Newcastle in Champions League, as well as the following Serie A game, which would be against Monza. Later today, we'll go into our preview of Atalanta, but I am joined with Anthony,
Hey,
and I think there might be someone else who's joining late. But, um, well, how was your week so far? Good.
yeah, it's good. I mean, it's you know, I'm ready. I mean, it's nice to have the not have a Champions League game to stress me
Stress
out.
about. Yep.
Yeah. So
That's exactly what I was thinking.
yeah, it was like we're not even playing on the field, and we're like finally a break. You know,
Yep.
yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty sad lives we have, but it's what it is.
All right, so Frosinone, we played them. We had a good turnout at the York for Milan Frosinone game. Um, we won 3-1. Um, I don't know if it was really like a very dominating game by us. I mean, we didn't score until what, the 43rd minute with Jovic. Um, it kind of looked like it was heading towards the oh, are we gonna tie? Are we gonna lose? Um, given that last season we definitely didn't have any luck with small teams. Um, but no, we got that goal right before the half. Um, right after, I think like the 50 somethingth minute. Was that when Pulisic scored?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know the
Yeah,
times, but yeah, he
yeah,
Pulisic was next.
yeah. I think Pulisic was next. Mike Magnan with a great assist, kicks it out to. But that first touch by Pulisic was just money.
It was
It was
like glue.
perfect. Yeah, it stopped the ball from bouncing like crazy, glued it to the ground. Yeah, um, and he finished that pretty well. Um, and then Tamori scored, I think, off a corner. Right, it was a corner, right?
And
We
an
finally scored.
assist and an assist by
Yes,
Jovic.
assist by Jovic, technically yes. Andrea joins us, um, and then oh gosh, what's the guy from Frosinone? His name Bescianini, I believe it was. He scored off a free kick, um, which we basically did zero marking on. Um, so yeah, that was pretty much it. Not much to really talk about in the
Yeah, no,
game.
that was tough though. I mean, no, I thought we were pretty convincing for a lot better than what we've shown. So we were up 3-0 at one point. So I mean, that's pretty good. I think like the goal that they did have, it's you could criticize Mike Mignon on that, but I mean that was a curler. I mean it just whipped in, and then it was just those awkward defending situations that we've all been in, where you're just like you can't figure out what to do. Should you go for the ball? Should the keeper come out? But it's being whipped and bended in, and then it's just those are so hard to defend. So I thought it was pretty convincing myself of the game.
Yeah. What do you think, Andre, of the game versus Frosinone?
So I only watched like extended highlights.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there. That's right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that it's Frosinone, like first year in Serie A
Mm.
after Serie B, obviously, and zero wins away. So we gotta fucking win. You know, I'm not. I think unfortunately this is our season. We're gonna have like horrible games, and we win 1, 2, and then we crash again, and then we win three, and then we crash again, and we draw. Like it's gonna be like ups
It's
and
going to be the
downs.
second half of last season all over again. I
We're
know.
just like naturally so much better than these teams that we figure it out. You know, even in the worst moment possible.
Mhm.
But I mean, you probably talked about it already. Sorry, I was like a few minutes late. But even just like, I mean, we are technically superior. Pulisic, the goal that Pulisic did is fucking crazy. Like, you need to be another
Yeah.
level. Frosinone cannot do that shit, even if they try without like without
Sule and
anybody, like
Vershini, yeah.
without the adversaries. Like, they can't fucking do it. The way he stops the ball, doesn't even lose any pace, runs even faster than the defenders, and then chips it in. It's crazy. I mean,
Mhm.
we fucking bought these players for this reason. So even like we scored on a set piece, that it's insane.
I know we scored on a set piece.
Yeah.
It,
Imagine that.
it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
that's true. Yeah, they did make us look pretty good. I mean, Pulisic
Yeah.
was chipping was he was like he was chipping the ball up and going past players, and
It's I
made
mean,
him look really good. Yeah.
I'm happy we won. We're there. You know,
Mhm.
but we can't like get too excited. Obviously, also because what if we like is Pioli safe now because he won 3-1 at home against Frosinone?
He's
Like,
gonna he's gonna eat the panettone. It's getting time for
oh,
Natale.
he's eating the Pannetone because there's nobody else we can fucking hire, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, obviously, again, we played with Teo
Center
as a
back.
center back. That he gives his own twist to the role.
Yeah.
Obviously, you
He
can
was still
do it.
bombing forward sometimes.
Every time I
You,
saw him, he was on the left. I mean,
yeah,
he
you
kept
can
moving.
do it against Frosinone
Yeah.
because you don't get punished because the moment we fucked up big time, it was 1v1 against Magnan first half,
Yeah.
and they messed it up.
Yeah, and Tamori, like that would have been could have even been a different game. I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been 3-2.
Yeah, it changes everything because
The
no, because they
mentality of the
score
game. Yeah.
they score first. And what the fuck do we do? We have to play a
We
game
melt.
against Frosinone, parking the bus. That's not our game at all. So I mean, but the thing, I saw like a tactical analysis about the game, and I mean, it was showing that we were building from the defense in such a predictable way that Frosinone did like a couple pressings that produce the Tomori mistake. It happened before he did it. He happened like a few more times, and obviously he fucked up, like he slipped and stuff. But we had like we were 1v1. They were pressing very like efficiently, and we didn't have any like a way to avoid that. So
Yeah.
so basically it was like a forced mistake. I mean, I'm not like I don't only always want to shit on the team. Uh, at least it showed that maybe the team is more with the coach that we thought because if you are
Mhm.
completely if there's a mutiny, you don't play like this, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
But
good. I think it's just like I don't know. I think of it like in terms of like anything. Like you're playing darts, you're playing golf, any kind of sport you're playing. Like you kind of just need a couple of good ones, and then you realize, oh yeah, I could do this shit, and then the next game you get your confidence back.
yeah, I mean, the problem is for us, our issues are not just confidence and like tactical shit. The problem is like at the root of everything is we are the guy is like the team is fucking overtrained or trained like in the wrong way, and everybody is injured like
Hmm.
heavily. So
Yep.
so we just can't play. We can't rotate. We can't do shit. That's the problem. Like you don't solve it by winning against Frosinone because we still have players out, and Leao doesn't come back with Atalanta. He's coming back
Hmm.
against Newcastle. Kjaer has been out fucking 9 months
He's
for
supposed to be.
for
He's
like
supposed to be back soon.
Yeah, but again, like they told us he had like a flu basically. It's like 45 days ago. So
So what do you think of Jovic at this point? Are you still waiting for another game, or are you
no,
actually
I think
seeing like
he's good. I mean,
technique? Yeah.
he's been, but we know that there's a player under like everything. There's like a traces of a player there. So I don't know. I
That
think
volley's
he's a
hard, no matter what. That volley's hard, right?
dude. Dude,
Mhm.
I think he's potentially good. You don't go to Real Madrid by chance, okay?
That's
Maybe
true.
he's not a Real Madrid player, but it's also not like a fucking ex player that we can't rely on at all. Like, you
He's
know,
still 25.
but also guys, like if you think about it, he hit the post against Borussia and then he did more shit. Like I think he almost gave an assist, and he also missed that open goal against Fiorentina. If he's like a little like luckier, he scores like 4 goals and does like 3 assists in the last 4 games. Like he's being like consistent, you know. So I don't know if I can trust him, but it's better than having to play a 15 years old kid because we have no fucking choice, you
Yeah.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
Giroud's coming back, so we're good. But
Benny's back.
yeah, Benny's back, and the best thing about Benny being back is that Krunic can go fuck off. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll get
sorry,
into those
Rade.
stories. Yeah, we'll get
We're
into all
gonna
the
talk
news
about it
stories.
later.
Yeah.
But apparently, you know, he can.
Divorzio.
Yeah, divorce. They Pioli and Krunic are like, the honeymoon is over, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. They moved in together. They realized, you know what? It's not
There
gonna work.
the compatibility issues.
Yes. Um yeah, I mean I don't really know what else to say about the Frosinone game other than we won. We're still on paper close to the top two. Um,
Yeah, but I
you
mean,
know,
mm,
yeah, but we
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 are close,
they're
but
walking away with it. Juve
no,
and
we
Inter.
we are close. I think we are closer than we could. Like, we could have been like much further away. Considering that we played all the big games and in front of us we only have like games
Mhm.
that we are supposed to fucking win, we could maybe gain a few points more. Meaning that if we end like the first half of the championship with like, I don't know, 3 points less, that's fucking open. And then you just have to play and not like lose the derby again and just like be a team. If you want to win the Scudetto, you gotta win the big games. Like you can't
Mhm.
lose against Juve, lose against Inter, and draw against Napoli. You have to fix that shit.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it's not that bad. Everything can obviously change. In the 2 games, we can be minus 12 or like equal. But
Mm.
I don't
And
know. I just like I've seen seeing Inter. Um, they're just like, they're just technically better than
Yeah.
anybody.
they are.
I hate.
They're so much yeah, they're so much better in terms of like they know how they play. They're good at executing what they want to do.
They
They
always
can let
play
you
the
have the
same
possession.
players.
They can control the possession.
They
The
always play the same players
yeah,
because they fucking can. And then when they rotate, the subs are like
actually decent.
rested and good. And we could have that if we didn't
Yeah.
have every fucking single player injured for like five
And we
months.
also don't have a stubborn asshole in Pioli.
Well,
Uh,
okay, but now it's too late because everybody's injured. Like, what do you do?
well,
Like
no, yeah,
right
of
now,
course.
you can't even talk to. The problem is the situation is so fucked injury wise that you can't even talk too much about like tactical issues anymore because he doesn't have anybody on the bench. What the fuck can he
Mm.
do? There's nothing. So that's why it's an alibi because it's like, oh, there's nobody on the bench. He can't. There's no choice that he can make that can change the game, and everybody's gonna be like, "Wait, but he doesn't have players to put in, poor boy." And so we fucking lost the game because he only had like Primavera kids in the bench. Like it's his fault, you
Yeah.
know. Sorry.
Oh no.
That's true.
Uh,
I mean, at least Juventus have Napoli next,
yeah.
but yeah, Inter
Napoli's
is
not good.
yeah,
Napoli's not. It's not good. Even if they played a good team, a good game against Inter, the first half, they were on it. It wasn't
Yeah.
a 3-0 game.
No, yeah, like I'd missed the game, but I watched reviews of it and
No, I
highlights of it,
watched it.
and
I watched it. I mean, the thing is, Napoli was pushing, but they were
they couldn't
mainly
finish.
nah, but they were mainly shooting from outside. They hit the
mm,
bar. Somewhere like
Yeah.
stopped a few shots, but nothing was like super obvious and crazy. The thing that is striking to me, I don't know, maybe we can just like talk about Inter, but
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the other Serie A games, but this one I wanted to
yeah,
talk about because of the controversies.
yeah, yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like when I watched the game, it was striking to me that every fucking single player is defending. All of them. They
Hmm.
run super hard and they all defend. Like Turam and Lautaro are like fucking in the box defending. But they don't have one player that is like, oh, but he doesn't come
Hmm.
back. He doesn't defend because he's so good.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
Even though obviously they love Rafa, but they don't have the player. It's like, oh, but he can't
yeah.
have.
Like when Rafa was defending against PSG, such a better game for him.
It's
Like,
just
oh
like
my god.
we have a player that is like, oh, but you can't ask him to defend. You crazy? No, He's not gonna do it. Too good. They don't have that type of luxury, and so it's much harder to play against them in that way. And also, obviously, the moment they removed the first like team and they played with the subs, they conceded 3 goals in Champions League.
mm,
Because they're not as good. If they had 17 injuries, it would be like another situation, obviously. But they don't because I mean, good for them. Like they
Yeah.
just figured that shit out, I guess.
yeah,
You know.
they have shots from. I mean, I hate that Hakan scored. I mean, he gets one of those. He gets every one of those. He's not consistent with those long distance goals, but
He's good though. I
yeah,
hate him,
Mhm. As much
but
as we
like
hate him,
we
he's good.
no, the thing is, like, he would be a billion percent a starter for us,
mm,
fucking forever. There's no way he did. Like the fact that we didn't like renew him and Kessie. Okay, we won the Scudetto. I'm gonna be happy forever, but it's insane that then we end up, you know, giving the opportunity to the other team in Milan. They almost fucking win the Champions League, guys. Like, thank God. The reason why I'm still like alive today is that it went the way it was supposed to go.
yeah, that's
But
good.
Did you think the first goal that the Inter scored against Napoli should have been recalled for the foul?
honestly, guys, I've seen the whole game. The when you have the there's some referees that decide that a certain level of like tackle is not a foul, and you see it at the
Mhm.
beginning
Yeah.
of a game. It's like this for another referee is a foul, but not for me. So the players kind of like know that they can be more physical.
Yeah.
So that shit, he was close. If you whistle, if you give it as a foul, it's okay. But if you
Yeah.
don't, and then after like a minute and a half with like 9 players behind the line of the ball. Like the fucking old Napoli was back. You can't even call it like a counter attack. It's not a contropiede. Like I mean, I fucking hate Inter more than anything. Okay, but to say that shit is like scandalous, considering the way that
Yeah.
we scored against them with the Giroud goal when Giroud basically shouldered Sanchez into oblivion. Like it's okay. Like you can't. I think it's fine. Like to me, if the ref says keep on playing, you keep on playing.
Yeah.
If Orsato does it, you don't even fucking like
Yeah.
talk because
I
it's
definitely think though that it was a penalty that should
no,
have
the
been given.
penalty. I think it's a penalty because for
Yeah.
the penalty, the thing is, the people are saying, "Oh, it's a slight contact." That fucker hit like the back of like the tendon, the Achilles
Yeah.
heel. with the stubs.
There's
Like that
multiple
shit.
points of contact too.
That
That was
shit
like,
is like it's painful as fuck. And also, dude, we've seen penalties given for much less than that. So to me,
yeah,
the fact that you watch a replay, like you watch a replay, it's obviously a penalty. But also on the other hand, like you see the Aussie man tries to get in front. So I don't know, maybe they consider that he was looking for it. I don't know. But if
ah,
if they give the Quadrado one the year before our Scudetto that they gave them the Champions League. The Champions League against Inter. Do you remember when Quadrado literally fucking jumped in front of Perisic and they gave him an insane fucking mafia penalty? Like if like just give me consistency. If the Adli penalty is a penalty,
this one is.
this one
Yeah,
is fucking seven penalties, dude. Like
yeah. No, you're
but I
absolutely
mean,
right.
we're not saying that Inter didn't deserve to win, but that if it's a penalty, it's a penalty.
Yeah. So Inter are at 35 points. Juve at 33. We're at 29. And we have a nice little 5 point buffer between Roma in fourth and Napoli in fifth, both on 24 points.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I watched the highlights for the Inter Napoli, and Napoli was hitting the post. They were putting in some great. I mean, their shots were somewhat on target. I think they're gonna hopefully they're getting the wheels moving, and with their new manager that they'll give Juve a little run, and then if they tie or something, and then we win, or you know, um, then we'll. I
I
mean, we're
don't
never
know.
gonna. I don't think we're on the Inter level. Unfortunately, I don't think unless we like made some. I don't know. We need
There's
some
just
crazy
one way.
transfers. Yeah.
There's just one way, man. The way is we finish fourth Champions League, and then we just fucking somehow tighten up and just like do like a insane second half of the season with
yeah.
one game per week. But without injuries, without shit, I just don't see it. Also because you see the way the Inter wins is like 3-0 against Napoli. The way the Juve stays behind them is
1-0.
insane, crazy fucking 92nd minute last ball, crazy
Yeah,
goals.
that Monza game was crazy.
Yeah, but again, like that's the same shit. Like a lot of our wins came for crazy Giroud goalkeeper, fucking last second stuff.
Yeah.
Um, you if that becomes the rule that that's the way you win games. That's the reason why Roma is not going anywhere because the way that they win games,
It's
it's
insane.
always like such a fucking crazy
Last
story.
minute.
You can't ever like you're like, okay, that's like we're better. 3-0, go
Yeah.
home.
And of
It's
course, typical Roma, they get, Sassuolo to get a red card, and then they just pile it on, and they just
yeah, and
go
then
crazy.
eventually,
Yeah.
but you can't build like a consistent
No,
success
no,
over that
playing
shit.
like that is insane. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like drama. But again, it's like Juve. You can't win a Scudetto winning like 1-0, 1-0, and having like
Yeah.
too many of this crazy. Eventually, you have to be the best.
It
The
was
best.
like when we won the Scudetto, scoring 36 goals in like 30 something games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like that hardly happens. Like
That's crazy. Yeah, usually doesn't. It can happen.
we
Yeah,
can, but it's yeah.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
be. And honestly, if we are not in the game, in the challenge, I'm gonna be the fucking Andrea Agnelli. That's just gonna be my last name. I'm gonna
no.
be dude. I'm gonna be such a Juve fan. You have no idea, dude. I'm gonna show up
Oh,
with the Juve jersey. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm going to if I mean anybody can play that plays against Inter. I'm their fan. I don't care.
that's true. Except for the Juve Park. Anyway,
Dude, on
um,
anybody.
Genoa.
Someone's got to bring
Yeah.
Inter down. I mean, yeah, no, mean, yeah, I get it.
The only people who I think can bring Inter down is Inter themselves at this point. Like they
Yeah.
have to do like another thing they did a couple seasons ago when we won, and where they just fuck up.
Yeah, but okay, but again,
But
this narrative that they lost it and we didn't like we won. We
we
were
were
fucking
there.
strong. We had like 86 points at the end of the year. It's like
Yeah.
it's not like we were just fucking around.
No. We were absolutely there, but
No,
yeah.
no, but I mean, I hope that Juve can do it if it's not us. And honestly, we have a million reasons to not believe that it's gonna be us. It's not like we're crazy.
It's almost slightly better that Juve wins the Scudetto because that means Inter doesn't get the 20th before us.
Slightly, dude, slightly. I'm telling you,
As much as I hate Juve, that's
I
why I'm
take,
saying
I would take 12 Juve Scudettos in a row. 12.
get
I don't
Moji
give
on the
a
phone.
fuck.
Um,
We lived through 9. I didn't care. Zero.
oh,
Not a care.
we had Kevin Constant. Come on.
Dude, I was like I'd rather take like another banter Juve like domination than half an Inter Scudetto. I don't give a fuck.
All right. So anyway, let's
True.
roll through the other Serie A matches. Genoa played Empoli to a 1-1 draw. Daniel Maldini finally got the start for Empoli. Um,
Yeah, dude.
Lazio 1-0 against Cagliari. Lecce Bologna draw 1-1. Fiorentina Jack scores and 3-0 win over Salernitana. The crazy game was this one, the Udinese Verona game. The last goal to tie it all up was a fucking bicycle kick. Crazy
And
game.
you know who watched it? People from Udine, people from
Yeah.
Verona.
Verona.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
We touched on the Sassuolo Roma game. Roma won that. We touched on the Inter game. And then Torino. I watched this game because I wanted to see how Atalanta were going to be
Yeah.
this weekend. And Atalanta were just piss poor against Torino.
Yeah, and
Just bad.
CDK had pretty much a one-on-one with the keeper, and he kicked it right at the
And then
keeper.
otherwise, he was just MIA. Like
And
literally
yeah,
MIA.
yeah. So,
Um,
but no,
but
he's gonna
that
wake up for
means,
us. He's gonna wake
but
up
that
for us.
means whenever a team before the week that we play, them the week before they do shit, and then when they come and play us, they're like prime.
Honestly, guys, it would be very funny if CDK played
He's,
like
I'm
crazy.
telling you,
He's gonna score.
I'm telling you, he's gonna wake up and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I have something to prove here,"
Prove
and
to me.
prove to Andrea. He's gonna be like, "You know what,
He's gonna
Andrea,
he's gonna pull up
check
his shirt and
this out."
he's gonna say, "Andrea, why always me?"
He's gonna say, "Call me." Yeah.
Yeah, call
Why
me.
always me, dude?
Yes.
If if he only knew how much love we wasted
Well,
for him.
no, I still remember. I still remember when I think I don't know. It was at the. It was I don't know where it was. It was some game or the maybe it was the training ground or something. But he finally like acknowledged us, chanting him, and it's probably must have been so weird for him because he's like
Yeah.
having a shit season. And like, why are these people chanting for me?
This fucker.
He's a promised boy.
We also scored. We also saw the
The
only goal
penalty.
ever
Yeah,
in his life for Milan.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
No, but
TDK.
Atalanta's. I mean, they're gonna be. I don't know. I mean, I think. Yeah, I think it's gonna be up to them. Really, they're gonna show up probably.
Yeah, let me see. Atalanta right now are in 8th place with 20 points. So, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
like
mean,
I
we have
said,
to win.
they were
We
piss
have
poor.
we have to fucking like we can't play like decently. The point we just need to not have injuries and just like
No.
try to be consistent and try to play the same players in the same
Yeah.
spot so that Musa doesn't play 14 roles in 14 games. You know, like he
Yeah.
played.
I forget what the stat is, but something with our midfield. I forget what it is. Like if our midfield is rocking, like I think it was passes or something. I forget what it was, but
The accuracy.
yeah, something like that. Like if our midfield is all up on and playing their game, then we dominate. We look like a completely different game, like team.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Who do you who what would your lineups be for Atalanta?
I don't know. I mean, for example, I didn't see, but did Adli play against Frosinone?
He
Yeah,
came in.
he came
Yeah,
in later. Yeah, and
yeah.
he did okay. He did have one pass that was like in a very bad spot where it was like right in the middle of the field. It could have been a lot worse. That he just gave it away.
Mm.
But
Um,
otherwise, it was
but I mean, either
Yeah.
way, I'd rather have him all day than Krunic.
yeah. And
Um,
then the
um,
the cool thing was seeing Benny's first touch when he came on, like one of his first touches, just his pass. I was like, oh man, I missed him so much. Just like the way
it's
he
like
passed it was so good.
you're talking
Just
about
the position.
Krunic, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, no, no. Um, Kunic can go to Turkey and get Pioli the hair transplant medication
Oh,
or
dude,
whatever.
Can you imagine? Krunic moves. We sack Pioli. He moves to Turkey with Krunic, and then next time we see him, he has a fucking Anthony's hair.
He's got the long hair. Oh my god,
He has a ponytail.
that'd be hilarious. Um, I mean, yeah, Magnan's got to start. Kiar is apparently maybe back. Um, if he
Yeah,
is, then
Kiar
he
is
has
like
to start.
36 and he hasn't played for 40 days. So I don't know how
Yeah.
he comes back and plays for us.
Well, unless he plays the first half, and I don't know.
No,
We'll
we're
see.
gonna play. I think we play Teo
Center
and we
back again.
and then we play Florenzi again and we play them and we also pray Jesus that nothing happens because after that
Well,
there's
Simic
nobody.
is
Yeah, there's
our third
Simic and
backup.
then there's Bartezaghi. It's like we literally got to
Yeah.
the point
Oh,
that
Bartesaghi, he's back, right? After that ankle injury, right?
he had an
Or was
ankle
no, that was
injury.
Pellegrino.
Yeah, Pellegrino is fucked.
Yeah,
Pellegrino like
he's
broke his
toast.
foot. So I don't
Yeah.
know how, but
He
he
played one game and got his fucking
he,
foot
he
broken.
played he played 20
One
minutes
game.
of the game, dude.
Yeah, and then he was hobbling the rest of it.
Yeah, because he shattered the bone in his foot.
Yes,
It's crazy.
medical staff.
Just cursed.
Anyway,
Cursed. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, I think in the back you're on the right track, Andrea. I mean, Calabria, I guess. He's been
he's
whatever.
really our only option
But
there.
what's the choice? That we can't be
Yeah,
picky with the defenders. What the fuck are we gonna do?
yeah.
Like Calabria has to play. Tomori, we have to really, really like
We have to pray
fucking
and
pray and
sacrifice.
hold each other hands and sacrifice a
Yeah.
goat. You know,
Hopefully, yeah, that he
for Tomori.
focuses. Yeah, he just needs
Yeah.
to focus. And then
Yeah, but
hopefully,
he
yeah.
fucked up. But he fucked up. But again, like I think we put him in the position to fuck up, and it happens sometimes. It's okay. Like he saved us so many times. He's been the MVP so many games in a row. I
Yeah,
think.
but it's kind of yeah. I mean, he kind of does that though. He kind of. I mean, on that play, he could have booted it. He could have
Yeah,
saw the.
yeah,
He
yeah.
should have could have saw the player coming at him and done better. It's either he does something like that or he fouls and then gets all frustrated and mad and everything, and then
Yeah.
goes
He,
downhill
but
from there.
but do you remember like last year, even in the beginning of this year, he would make mistakes also because he was always running behind the players and always like late because we were
Mhm.
always unbalanced and he would be
Yeah.
having to fucking do crazy shit. Like the reason why we had so many red cards for Chow and Tomori is because we were being so
Frantic and
unbalanced.
yeah.
Yeah, that they had to do like the do or die fucking
Yeah.
tackle every time. So
And
if
we
we
yeah.
defend better, they don't have to be in those situations anymore, and they can just play more safe. But obviously,
Mhm.
if we play like two in the back and nine in front, like they're gonna have to do that type of shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen like I don't know if you saw like Leao. He did like the tests were good. So he's
Yeah,
like
so yeah,
he's
he's kind of still doing individual training, I think. He may join the squad. He may come in, I think, as a sub against Atalanta,
uh,
probably in the last minutes,
I
but I
think
don't even
they
think we should
I
risk
think they
him.
take him in the bench, and if they can, they don't play him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about
Um,
midfield? Do you put do
midfield,
you
I'd
put
hope it's Adli.
They don't. He doesn't play
No,
Adli. Dude,
he's not gonna
the guy
start.
doesn't fucking start him ever.
I think
There's no way.
Loftus Cheek, Musa,
Left to
Rangers.
Surrenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Benny and Adli then come in as
How did he
subs.
play? How did he play?
Benny,
Hmm.
he looked good. You
For
know, he
coming
just let.
back, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably just still needs to get that little groove. Maybe a few more games, and then he's
But it's
probably
dude. The guy came back like a month and a
a
half
month early. Which is,
early.
but the crazy thing is, he also mentioned that he doesn't know if he'll go to Afcon. He says
Of
he
course,
doesn't
because
want.
dude, why not? Like honestly, dude,
Yeah,
if he plays, it means that he's 100%. Like there's no way they play him if he's not 100%. Considering like the level of stress that also the staff has now, because they have like fucking 15 million fans that wanna like murder them every time like some shit happens. Like
yeah,
they wouldn't risk him. There's no way they would risk him. So
yeah,
he's back. Obviously, he needs to be to go get back in shape and remember how to play
yeah.
football and shit. But I don't see how he doesn't go to Afcon, and that's horrible.
Well, he kind of put like brakes on
I mean,
Afcon himself, but we'll
yeah,
see.
I'm okay with it.
Can we
Um,
send Krunic? Can we send Krunic to Afcon? Like some
Just
by the way.
anyway,
If he
strikers. Yeah,
changes
we're gonna have to
passport, I
do.
don't know.
Giroud's back, which is good. So Giroud's probably gonna
Oliveira.
start. Pulisic probably most definitely on the left. Chukwueze on the right. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I hope Chukwueze scores his first area goal. That'd be good.
How did
Um,
he play?
he was okay.
He did like
Um,
his
the
little.
little normal stuff, yeah, that he got. Yeah, I think I heard some people say that he just needs to slow down his game just a little bit, or he just needs to just whenever he has the ball, instead of trying to play the defender like this and then go, just
yeah.
go.
For some
Yeah, but
reason, he thinks
Yeah,
he could beat two players all the time.
he can do the. I don't know.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
the
there's a
thing is,
good player in that guy,
when
man.
he becomes if he becomes like a one trick pony Suzo
So,
situation, like then it's then it's a problem because everybody knows you're gonna get you wanna like cut on the left foot, so they're just gonna wait for you there.
yeah.
So
I like his. I really still like his defensive input. Like he puts a lot of pressing, and he'll come back and defend. You know.
good, but we didn't buy him for that shit.
Oh, I know, but
Makers did a great job for that too. So
mm,
you better do better than
yeah,
Alexis because you know.
He
I mean,
does.
the good
Yeah.
thing is he crosses well
he
from the
does.
right. He is like that very like sharp crossing, but he
Yeah,
needs to do more. Like, dude, we
yeah,
won the fucking goals that he scored against Borussia. He needs to do that shit. We need special stuff because we're
yeah,
Milan. We're not a random fucking team, okay?
yeah,
So we need to do that. We need like the Pulisic stopping a fucking crazy ball from a goalkeeper, dribbling four defenders and chipping it in. Like we need that stuff, and we need like exceptional players doing exceptional shit because we are Milan. Because
hmm,
we don't win. We're not. We're not gonna win anything doing standard shit. It's just
yeah.
a fact.
All right.
We can
No,
do standard shit and get to fourth, maybe. But if you want to do like some special stuff, you can't. You have to do special shit.
But
yeah,
that's just, I don't know. I'd kind of counter that and just say like I think he's doing his job. I think like with Liao out, I think like he's got the pace to counterbalance Pulisic, so Pulisic could do his footwork and then have Chukwueze just momming down the right side and creating that space and
Yeah, but he
and
never does
something.
it. He
yeah.
does.
Hey,
He
quick question.
barely dribbles anybody. Like that's the problem. Like
Yeah.
if he ends at this pace, he ends the season with like one goal and two assists,
I think
and
he's
that
gonna
that would be.
progress.
And then no, I'm
When?
saying like
Yeah.
that would be shit. So not Pulisic, obviously Chukwueze. So but if he steps up, Because if dude, Chukwueze, he's been like bought to score like 7 goals and like give like 6 assists. You know, like
Yeah.
he's like he needs to be like make like doing crazy shit on the right. You know, like
Right.
that like the bar is high. I think the bar
Yeah.
is high.
With
Real quick.
Liao, yeah, for sure the bar is super high because I mean that seems like he's to me it's like to me you can't have I don't like Chukwueze on the right and then Liao on the left. Like I can't stand that. I can't stand that because then it turns in okay Chukwueze, let's see what you got, and then okay he can't get past the defense. Okay, let's see Liao, let's see what you got. Like I hate that.
That's
That I
exactly
hate that.
the whole point of our like game right now. It's like, oh, let's see what the fuck the fast guys on the sides are gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real
But we
quick.
know.
Um, when is okay? Okafor. When is he coming back? What was his injury? I can't even
Okafor
remember.
fucking fell from the stairs. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, he got a car accident or something in
No, wait.
Switzerland.
He got a car accident, but then he played with Switzerland, and then
That's right.
and
And then
then
he got
he
injured.
played and it was okay. Then he comes back, and I don't know what happens. Only when he steps into Milanello, he's injured.
There's some voodoo curse shit going on. Like
Yeah,
they need a
must be.
cleanse. They need to get a witch doctor over there to like get like an egg or something and
Do you
do
want to
some
do?
serious cleansing.
We can do it now. We can do it like
Right, what do we got?
Oh my God. Um,
we can do it.
shit.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Same
um,
shooter.
on a genuine note here, Andrea, you probably have more knowledge of what's really going on, but is the stadium
I have the
project,
knowledge.
the knowledge is, um, I bet that has 1,000 times more healing power than the scalpels that we know how to use at Milanello.
Dude,
Um,
Milanello, yeah, this has a more chance of fucking fixing our players like injuries than what they're doing for sure.
yeah. Um, but for the stadium project,
Okafor,
Sure.
Kjaer, Leao, Ciao, Kalulu. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Put on a black
Oh,
hoodie
Oh
or
man.
something.
Yeah, this is a fun clip. Anyway, the stadium project, is it supposed to be 70,000? Because I've heard conflicting reports recently of no, they want to make it less.
are we talking about like a fucking Magic Stadium that is still in the fucking how do you say the imagination of
Yes, it's
angels?
in the imagination. Yes.
Okay, it's like
Yes.
in
Wave
the,
it around, man. Wave it around.
the stadium. Gives us a stadium.
Gonna have a stadium.
This guy is asking
Yes.
me if I know how many
Well, you have more
seats
contacts
the
in Italy,
stadium is.
man.
Dude, but nobody knows because it's still like a
Oh,
project of a project of a project that maybe
yeah.
they're gonna talk. Dude, they're talking about maybe 2025 to like to have an idea.
Jesus. Anyway, all right,
But
forget all that.
we're taking
The
our
there
kids
there
to.
there were some other club news. Jerry Cardinale has apparently been looking in the Middle East for further investment in Milan. Um, apparently his goal, according to
Investment in Milan.
yes. Uh, so apparently his goal, because obviously when he bought the club, he basically put half of it cash down, and the other half was a loan from Elliott, who are still technically, basically still own Milan because they still are owed 600 million euros for it. Um, but apparently Cardinale is trying to find money so that he could more quickly pay off that loan to Elliott. I'm assuming so he can just inject more cash. I don't know how all this stuff works,
No, I think okay.
but
So the thing that I heard is basically I mean, it looks like the idea for Cardinale's entrance in the club is securing the project for the stadium because obviously if Milan has like a stadium situation that is like actually started and it's like it's set in stone, it has a fucking gigantic value compared to the situation that we are now that is like, oh, maybe yes, maybe no, We have to ask the city. They say no. We say oh maybe, and then it goes on for like 25 years. The moment we get like the stadium like started, then he's gonna sell probably. And today they were talking about the fact that there's the Bahrain fund that is called Invest Corp, and
Yeah.
also apparently Cardinale was in Riyadh,
Mm.
so that means Saudis. Honestly, I don't know if I want to be owned by that type of fund.
Yeah, I
But
definitely don't.
but
Definitely
maybe
don't.
but maybe the thing is, it would be a dream as a fan. The problem is, I mean, that's I don't know
It's hard to. It's hard. Yeah, it's so hard because we had Berlusconi for so long, and he injected so much money into the team. Um, I don't know, man. It's just now with how money works and football, it's kind of
Yeah, that's the way it
absolutely
is.
insane.
It's the way it is in
Um,
every club, every
yeah,
league. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to compete, if you want to compete against Man
you have to
City,
spend.
not only you have to spend, you have to be owned by a state. Like, there's no competition. The fuck are we gonna do? There's
Yeah,
no
I
salary
think.
cap. There's nothing.
Okay, yeah.
How do you compare? How do you compete against clubs that are owned by
There's
a
there's
state?
really only like three clubs that I could think of that are really still at the top level. And even one of them I'm barely including them because they have a bunch of IOUs in terms of ownership, and that's Barcelona. Because
Mm.
somehow they're able to fucking pull off a bunch of economic shit when they should have been dissolved.
Yeah, but
But
wait, but they're not at the top. They,
yeah, but
they are not competing as like a few years ago. It's still
I
not.
know. But anyway,
Obviously,
Real
they don't.
Madrid and Bayern Munich are really the only teams that can continually put out really good teams and really compete for the top.
Dude, you forgot about Man City.
Well, I'm sorry. In terms of teams that are not owned by
Oh,
a
not
state,
owned.
yeah, not owned by a
Yeah,
state.
yeah, but I mean,
Uh,
because the Germans don't fuck around, and
we
also
own the state.
they own the league. Like, imagine like,
Yeah,
at least in Serie A, you don't have one team that everybody like Juve when they won 9 Scudetto in a row. They were Bayern Munich in Italy. They were like, okay, every year the best player in Italy comes to us.
goes to Juventus.
It,
Yes,
it, it was always like Higuain, Pjanic, like all of them,
yes,
all of them. They would buy them, and that just like made not only them stronger, but the other Italian teams weaker, and then just kept
yeah,
everybody. And we were like so shit that we didn't give them anybody because we
yeah.
were like we were playing with like
Luis
Suso,
Adriano and
Castillejo, Luis
yes,
Adriano, fucking Jose Sosa, but
Eustachio and
yeah. No, but I think like I don't know. Again, we have to focus on like Milan Atalanta,
yeah.
but it's interesting. It's fascinating to see uh, if we're gonna change ownership. I don't know. It doesn't today doesn't really feel like it's a long term thing. If you see Jerry Cardinale, if you see like, it doesn't feel
Hmm.
like these people give a
It
fuck.
does feel like another like
Why?
um
Why not? Where did this Saudi news come from? I mean, I don't.
well, because Jerry basically he's a finance guy. He
Yeah.
he owes people money basically.
He flips
He
things. So
yeah,
he's
he's
gonna
gonna flip
flip
it.
Milan.
Like as much as he may love Milan, but he's gonna flip it. He's because he wants what he wants to do is be like, I'm putting up a team for sale that consistently in Champions League competes for both Champions League and their league title, has its own stadium,
Yeah,
healthy books, healthy player
dude.
investment. Like you look at it, obviously you look at all the players that we bought. We have Teo, Leao, all these guys have like quadrupled in their player
But
values.
also, if he play, if we get to the point that the stadium is done, like we are building it, it doesn't have to be built. It doesn't have to be
We have to just put a
2028.
shovel in the ground.
Not even like the moment we have like the papers are like signed and shit, and it's done.
The
Then
city says
Milan that was purchased for like 1.2, it's like
it's going to be
2.4.
2.5.
It's
Yeah.
literally like the moment you have a stadium that is yours, and also in Milan, like then from the next day, the fucking Saudi crown wants to use us to like whitewash their crimes. That's gonna be amazing.
Saudi
We can
Mafia.
definitely get it. We can definitely get into that
Cheers,
discussion. But
cheers to MBS.
yes,
I'm
No,
your friend.
I don't know. I don't see it. I think I don't know. I'm seeing into my crystal ball here with the sage going, and
yes.
I think Cardinal. I think he's gonna do some Yankee stuff. I think he's going to.
I mean, it depends on
Look,
in which context. What you mean can really vary heavily. Do some
yeah,
Yankee shit.
it's one thing to literally make a dynasty. Like that's one thing because that
That shit,
means
forget
yeah,
about it. Like it's not a thing. It's not gonna happen.
yeah, I know, but
Dude. The only thing that resembles the Berlusconi, the era of these people that were like, oh, I want to fucking be the Machiavelli of the situation, you know. it,
Yeah.
it it's only like it used to be like the 2000s and the 90s, but these people needed something back from football. Berlusconi needed political
sport.
power,
Yeah,
and he used media and sport,
yep,
and also he loved Milan. But dude, like
yeah.
if you win 5 Champions Leagues, you know how many fucking votes that gives you? This is millions of votes, dude. Like for real. This
Yes,
it's just like it's the best team ever
yes,
forever.
yeah.
Like he was murky as
Yeah.
fuck, but people would
Control
love
media,
him.
control sport,
People loved
votes.
him for because at the end of the day, in politics, it's the same all around the world. People don't know what's your program politically. They just like
They don't
vote the
know how
person.
stuff works.
They
Yeah,
were they were like they people would fuck with Silvio because it was funny and if you didn't think it was funny and you were Milanista, that's fucking makes you win
also,
leagues
if
and
you're
shit.
under 18,
Yeah. Okay.
bunga bunga, bunga bunga
Exactly.
time.
No,
Anyway,
but again, I was gonna say the only thing that resembles that is these, you know, princes and kings of these states that need to, for some reason, change the reputation of their state, and
that's true.
and then they use this as a political way, and also like they obviously they get passionate about it. Have you ever seen like the PSG owner at the stadium? He cares. Like you see him like he gives a fuck. He's not
Yeah.
like
Have you seen
investing
the Man City
billions.
owner? He only showed up to like one or two games.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he did.
Champions League final was one, but
Yeah.
like that guy
But,
never exists.
yeah, but it's just like I mean for the Man City they did like a great they did it like amazingly.
Yeah.
But it would be cool, but I think it's such a like a long term thing that we should think about CDK right now.
Yeah. That's what I've been wanting to say.
And on that note,
Let's just end it with
um,
CDK.
yeah, anything else we want to go over?
Do you have a like a
Prediction.
more points?
I think the game's gonna finish 3-2. Us.
Dude, that
Why not?
that's such a fucking stressful game already.
It's going to be if we're away. There's yes.
I think 1-0. Us, of course.
That's even more stressful than 3-2.
It's
Anything's gonna be stressful, dude.
Wait, you
Anything.
watched the game though? Did you watch it, the Atalanta Torino? How
Yes.
why were they bad? Well, like what
Oh
happened?
my god, they're so bad. Like Torino just control the game. Like Atalanta, like they had a couple chances, but like they could almost like not get out of their own half in a way. Like they were just bad passes, and then when they would pass the ball to their attackers, like they just couldn't create anything. And then like by the time like they got the ball too, like there'd be like three Torino players on them. And Torino was good about moving the ball up and really pressing and really like going for it. And Atalanta just really didn't have the like, And
Is
CDK, honestly,
Kamaka?
I was like, where is he? I couldn't
Yeah,
find
he
him in the
does do
game.
that. He does
Literally
do
could
that.
not find
He
him on the game.
plays like the first
He's
half.
6'4", but he's also 0-0.
I
Like
think I think he's like stealthy. He tries to just kind of like hide and then
it
just
was
like
just like everything Atalanta tried
score.
doing just did not work. Like literally, and then Torino, like they played their game, man. Like they really played their hearts out, and they fought for everything. And
Did we play
just
against Torino?
Atalanta just did not look like they wanted to fucking
We
play.
beat him.
Oh, we did. Good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Torino, like they wanted the game, and I think just Atalanta, like their mentality, like they just seem depressed.
Yeah,
Really?
Like
they don't have any option. They don't have any ideas or anything.
yeah, like they didn't have ideas going forward,
Was
like
Kamaka
defensively.
is Kamaka playing or was he
No,
injured?
he got injured, so he's gonna be out. He got injured, I think, the game before.
Hmm.
Um, so
I don't know,
Skamaka's
but
gonna be
man,
out.
how again, like we are not in a position that we're like, oh, we're stronger, we're gonna fuck them up. Like even against Frosinone, if the what was his name, Cooney, the fucking Frosinone player in front of Mignan, if he
Mhm.
scores and then we lose 1-0, we're just gonna we cry here, but it's always gonna be open because we
Yeah,
make mistakes and we always have to pray that the other team is not good enough
yeah,
to, to
No,
actually.
we're gonna be convincing. I'm saying 1-0 just so that we're gonna be convincing. We're gonna be at the York, and
yep,
we're gonna party.
And
yep.
New York has really good sandwiches. The Cuban sandwich is really
I gotta
good.
try that next time.
FYI,
I gotta
it's
try that
good.
for sure.
It's good. It's pretty heavy, honestly. It's good to share with a friend.
So yeah,
Mm.
it's always a win when you order that. So
Yep.
That's true. Maybe that becomes like a fucking that becomes like a tradition, and then I have to eat it every week.
yeah, right.
Well,
It's the
this
only way
week
we
of the
win.
Arc, we had this on the menu, and this was very good. Uh, but no, yes, we'll be at the York at 9 a.m. I know the internet says they won't be open. They will be open. Um,
Don't
so
believe the internet, guys. Like,
yes, don't believe the
You
internet.
could post anything.
Internet lies. Anyway, without anything else, I call it a wrap.
Yeah. It's,
Forza Milan.
what's
We'll be
Milan?
there on
Forza
Saturday.
Milan.
Oh yes, wave it around, Andrea,
Yeah.
and we'll be there at the York Saturday 9
Say your
a.m.
prayers, everybody. Let's get the voodoo out.
CDK. It's
Yeah.
gonna play a shitty game.
Make your CDK little dolls and stab it with
Yes.
pins.
It's like this is CDK.
Oh,
That's the dude. If he scores, I'm gonna be like a proud father, but I'm gonna fucking cry.
It's coming for us.
Buonanotte, guys. Love you. Forza
All right.
Milan.
buonanotte.
Later. Forza.